change on it. He said maybe 3 months. He told me to wait.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about changing the saddle.
I'm
Seriously,
No,
it's not a, we've done it before, it's not a big deal.
I think she said yes.
okay, cool.
So the first time I mounted, he did try to walk off. So we're gonna just like say, no, that's not, if you wanna get a helmet and you'll leave, right?
6 and 8.
I don't know if mine's a little sweaty.
I have a lesson 5 or 6. So
I have a big head.
for that.
You have a big head? Yeah. Is it good for you? Yeah. Okay. Burned. Good. Now, what he's gonna do is when you rub him, he's gonna walk off. So we almost can't reward him for standing. And then when you want to walk off, then, ask him to walk off, and then you can pet him because you asked him to walk off. But if you pet him right now, he's going to walk off. He's going to think he's been released. So his trot's a little quick today, so what I would do, let him walk for a little bit, but see if you can't ask him to only jog with you to see if we make sure we have that to where you have that established for you guys.
Just so you know, I can't hear you. The echo.
So what you're going to do?
Some instructions, I missed it.
Yeah. So just the only thing you're going to do once he walks out, let him walk out a little bit and air up, but we'll just try to get the jog. And so you want your energy to be very low. You want your cue to be very quiet, but just enough so he can hear the hint of it. He'll pick up the trot to the hint of it for sure. And then just quickly, if it's faster than a jog, quickly ask him to easy until you get the jog and then turn him loose. So the goal is that we're going to let him know that we're going to give him the best deal, and the best deals are going to let him loose when he finds cruise control. See if you can put your hands a little bit more in your lap. There you go.
I'm not going to post.
That's okay. So the jog will be really handy for that, right? Ask for a little bit. There you go. There. That's the jog I want right there. Yeah, just make sure that when you encourage him to keep trotting, you don't startle him with a loud suggestion. Yep, and then just let him keep that. Yep, so gently encourage him back up.
Right when you had it.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's just, you're going to play with the gas and the brakes a little bit until you get where he understands that's what you're looking for. Good, now leave him alone. Okay, ask him to walk. Good. Because also what happened is he started getting a little hot when I asked him to walk. So I want to make sure that we can do that walk transition and not have him be so worried about what's going to happen next. Because that was what, when I first got on, he was just worried about what I'm going to ask him to do. The walk was not establishing well. Once he started figuring it out, then he was okay. All my glasses are on my face. I'm like, what is this?
I think, your hands are so quiet that, like, just now you gave a little pull. Now it's like, it has a lot to do with the rider and it's habits.
Oh, sure. I always focus on I don't actually focus on it anymore, but I would say if you were to focus on anything, think of that tag that was on my bareback pad. Think of that when you feel like your hands are kind of in an elevated position. And then just kind of think of getting more towards the pad. And then this way your hands won't bounce on this face. It makes it hard for them to listen. It becomes white noise. And then when you do want to say something, they've gotten so used to tuning out the noise that they don't listen anymore. Or I could say they just don't hear it, you know.
What's noise?
If your hands are busy the whole time you ride, so I call that white noise,
Oh,
like the TV on in the background. And then when you do want to say something, they've gotten so used to tuning that out that they won't hear you. Okay, go ahead and see if you can get the jog transition. So be very particular, so be quiet asking for it, and then be very particular about getting to the jog. Good. Good. There, that's nice. It's okay. Just again, it's feathering. Good. Good. Very nice. That's a nice little jog. Yep. As soon as he does something a little bit faster than you like, go ahead and just kind of get at him. Good. So basically, we want to promise him that we're going to let him set cruise control and we'll leave him alone. Nice. So now we're going to let him walk for that. We're going to reward him by letting him walk. Good.
Bring your left brake so that he slows down a little bit. Yeah. And then you let go.
Must be something that they come off the rail like that.
You probably sit harder on your right hip, or your right leg is more dominant, so they move away from that pressure. That's the first time, that's the second time I saw it.
Yeah. And he hasn't been doing it with me, like when I've been riding on the trails or other places, so. Or even in here. But this is a different head.
It's the same, it's just a bigger one. I mean, the setup's the same.
he does like the one inside that cave, he will push on the wall.
Okay, change directions and see if we can't ask for the jog in the other direction. He was hotter this direction than he was in that direction, so chances are he's not going to be as hot. And he's not being hot for you at all, so. That's okay. Yeah, but it was solid work both times, so it's, you know, he's got it now. The only thing that he's lacking is just confidence in the ask.
Right.
Once he figures out the ask and he gets through that lack of confidence moment, it's only a moment. It's just the picking it up part that he gets lack of confidence. Once he's in it, he's not scared. He believes me when I say you're right. There. There. Now that I don't mind, that was just a stretch down. That wasn't rooting. Even that's still nice. I mean, you are bouncing a lot, so he is probably, you know, like I'm watching kind of your hands bounce on his face a lot, so he probably is trying to get away from that. There. Much better. Okay, let him walk. Good boy. And that's a confident, I know I'm supposed to be walking walk. Because he wasn't confidently walking, I saw that. He wasn't confidently walking before.
He's definitely a good listener. He listens.
Yeah, oh yeah. He
It's
just
like as soon as my hands start moving today, he's been like, wait a minute, you know, getting that hooked up. Good, it's correcting me.
Okay, as for the jog. Nice. Let him walk. Good.
So
Nice.
all hurdles to kisses, so you do all of them and the response is the same. Which is really good.
So as far as a workout, this would be a good workout for him, if you're satisfied with seeing him go today. Otherwise, we can keep riding him, but like as far as like an actual workout, this is a pretty good workout he's had. Up to you. I mean, I don't mind working him still. It's just he's being very good, so we don't want to push him till he's not.
I'm fine.
Christian, I mean, did
Did you-
you want to
did you-
switch out the saddles, or I can throw my bareback pad on?
I'm okay.
Did you set a jog on the canter or the canter?
What's that?
Is she gonna canter him too, or not?
Did you want to canter him?
Sure, I can try.
Okay.
I've only cantered him on the trail because I don't always know how to ask for the lead. I've been on baby horses for 20 years. So.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll set him up to succeed, so we're going to change directions.
He does have a very nice canter though.
Yeah.
It was like a rocking chair, very nice. But I only do it on the trails. I have not done it.
Yeah, and he would have dominantly picked up the left lead, for sure, if he had a choice.
Yeah, I think he was the left, if I recall.
Okay, so what I do is I put my left hand a little bit forward. I sit hard on my right pocket, and then I put my right leg back. And then I ask him to, if you have to steer him out to the trail, that's fine. If you do end up having to use your right rein, it's only to keep guidance, but you really want to give him the freedom to move out on that left shoulder. And then it's just 4 clucks, whatever. Good, and just let him believe he's got it. Okay, ask him to trot. Bring him right back to that jog. Good, good. After this corner, ask for the canter again. Good.
Yes.
Ask him to jog.
Yeah, good try.
Jog, jog, jog. There you go. Good. Good.
That was just his confidence.
Let him walk.
Like,
But that's like,
We will try the other direction. The only problem is he needs to believe that you're really asking for the canter, okay? Because there's quite a bit of running going on before he actually gets it. So you want to make sure that you're kind of sitting hard on your outside pocket to let him move out in front of you. So you want to make sure he feels kind of a driving energy from you, okay? Because he's a little confused. That's why he's running for as long as he's running. So we just want to make sure he doesn't run that long.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we just kind of ask for it and kind of almost try to push him forward in front of us with your seat. Okay?
From a walk.
No, go ahead and jog first. He has a hard time in this direction. When you get into that corner, go ahead. We're going to set him up to help him a little bit in that corner. So ask him in that corner.
Try that again.
So try to make sure you really get him out of the way and you drive him with your seat. Good. Now just ride. Okay, after you get through this corner, ask him again. Okay. Get him collect. Yep. So he got the wrong lead, but we wanted him to at least think he was doing right by cantering. Okay, so we need to shorten our reins.
Shorter range.
Shorter reins. Okay, and then you want to see, go ahead and I'm going to let you squeeze him when you ask for the canter. So you're going to just push him, try to push him like you're squirting him out from under you, okay? And just get out of his way with that right rein for sure. Try it in a corner to help him out because he's going to be more beneficial to have a corner. Go ahead and squeeze him.
Good boy. Spoke too soon.
Alright, let's get him to a nice jog, and then we're gonna really try to, see if giving him a slight goose in the corner will help him. I'm not sure what he's not understanding. Yep, now ride him. Just let him go, let him go, let him go. Want him to relax. So we want to try to avoid him breaking only because it took him so long to figure out what he wanted.
Yeah. Once he broke though, I bet. I just got back down. A little squeeze. Good. Now ride. Just ride. Just ride. Try to get ahead of that break by the gate. Good. Just let him settle into it for a second. So stay ahead of it. Yep. Oh. It's okay. Bring it back down to the jog. Bring it back down to the jog. Jog. Yes. Okay, now, yeah, we're gonna let him walk for a second. Poor baby, I'm sorry. It's very patient with me.
Yeah, we're just gonna let him walk for a minute. Let him get his air. You're okay. Even actually with all that running, he still didn't try to yank the reins from you or anything like that. There was no adverse reaction to, I don't know what you want. Because he definitely didn't know what you were asking.
Yeah, I'm sure I just,
It's just,
I feel better
especially
now.
on the right lane.
I don't necessarily believe in how to ask
They'll
you to answer either.
pick up the left lane fine. And just keep out of the trains. You don't really worry about the difference on the break. It's also good to have to know, especially going around in circles here, so they're not off balance. As soon as you bring your leg back, like, as you bring it back a little bit, you're already shifting your hips, so you
Yeah, I interpreted it that way as well.
but you're gonna need to drive eventually. You'll be okay.
That's an open shot. You're okay. It's amazing what those horses do.
I like you trick of putting your hands here.
Yeah, I watched you do it for yourself a couple
I'm
times.
gonna do that more because, yeah.
It keeps you self-aware for sure.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give him a good deal and we're gonna ask him to go the other way. And we're gonna try to get the canter
the exact same way, except for this time, I'm gonna ask you to, use your leg, not to kick him, but to just give him a little hug when you ask for the canter, so he's a little more incentive to understand the cues. Because I don't use my leg, but he's not seeming to understand what you're asking for. Yep. And then I do actually lean forward, like let him believe we're going somewhere. So I will lean, like, as if I'm trying to encourage this motion. He can get it on a straightaway, but because I think he's a little confused now, let's make sure we just we'll utilize at least these 3 corners, not the one with the mounting block. So we'll walk him all the way until he gets like to the mounting block. We'll pick up the jog at the mounting block and ask for the canter in the next corner. And then just ride it. Let him believe he got the right answer. Because when he doesn't believe he got the right answer, then it's just going to keep scaring him. So the running is he was desperately trying to do what he thought he wanted. He gave all his heart in the world. He wasn't trying to be bad. He just thought he was supposed to run really fast. It was his probably top trot. Right? And then just let him go. Just let him have it all.
With words. Really?
Make it your decision to trot, ask him to jog. Right down to the jog. Ask him to jog just a little bit, and then we're going to ask him to walk. So he's anticipating, so try to get that jog.